When you think of your home state, what do you think of? What events and attractions come to mind? When I think Alabama, I think of a vast, beautiful state, a library's worth of history. Like any place with a lot of history, Alabama definitely has its low points that we all need to remember and can therefore learn from. The Civil Rights Movement is one piece of history that introduced this nation to some of the bravest and most influential people of their time. Names like Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks are honored to this day for good reason. Good afternoon. My name is Jacob Bowermaster, and I'm the head of the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. Today I would like to talk to you about the Alabama Civil Rights Trail. First, I'd like to give you some background on the trail, and then explain some of the major attractions that you all are probably familiar with. Finally, I'd like to state its importance. The Alabama Civil Rights Trail is a landmark in this state. It's both educational and inspirational. It is a stretch between Selma and Birmingham that houses some major events from the 50s and 60s. You can plan out your trip on the computer, or you can use one of the many mobile apps that they have dedicated to the trail. Many of the attractions, some of the most important being tied to very famous people, are the Rosa Parks Library and Museum in Montgomery, where you can go visit, and there's a replica of her famous bus experience. There's also the Martin Luther King jail cell in Birmingham, which is now the Civil Rights Institute there, where you can see the cell where he was held and where he wrote a letter from a Birmingham jail. Also in Birmingham, there's a 16th Street Baptist church where a bombing killed 4 teenage girls that were there for worship due to hatred and racism. Another attraction, you can cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge, which is where police brutally attacked civil rights marchers. If you're looking for civil rights, Alabama is the place to be. Sure, there were other places that were very important to the civil rights movement, but places like Montgomery and Birmingham were paramount and cannot be understated. Being there is not like reading about them in a textbook or watching movies about them. Once you're there and you can touch the bars that held Martin Luther King, or you can walk across the bridge where you know people just felt anguish and pride for what they were doing, you become connected to it. You won't really be able to experience it unless you go, so we strongly encourage you to come out. Whether you're an expert or know nothing on the subject, you're sure to feel something and definitely learn a lot. Any interest that you have should drive you to come see our beautiful trail, and we cannot wait to see you there. I'll take further questions, and thank you for your time.